飘洒春天的温柔，片片绿叶露出了枝头，豌豆霞光为映衬七色彩虹，黄鹂悄悄展开着歌喉，静静泛着一夜轻舟逆流，采集释放接近珍惜在双手，握住承诺，守护万类和地球，片片的你划向我心口，感恩的话语酿成了甜蜜，感恩的味道满庭飘香，用爱珍藏，让爱分享，幸福的甜美请品尝。宝蓝苍穹向着灿烂暖阳，雪白云和正徐徐流淌，润泽的风轻拂大地脸庞，金色麦浪舞动在田野上，走出尘嚣奔向朴实故乡，纯真满足重回儿时天堂，真心互助恰是秋日风光，温馨一笑美好请收藏，感恩的话语酿成了甜蜜，感恩的味道满庭飘香，用爱珍藏，让爱分享，幸福的甜美请品尝，感恩的话语酿成了甜蜜，感恩的味道满庭飘香，用爱珍藏，让爱分享，幸福的甜美请品尝，幸福的甜美请品尝。
在这个时候，你还安好吗？在这个时候，你在哭泣吗？在这个时候，我们陷入了慌乱，在这个时候，我们在经历考验，风雨来了，树在摇撼， 呐喊。在这个时候，人们在经历苦难，我们的心却紧紧相连。在这个时候，我们从未有如此坚定信念。再大的风雨也会骤然天晴，再强的磨难，我们定会携手过关。盼望那风停，盼望那雨后，春暖花开，再听你把琴弹，等待天明，等待月圆，春暖花开，雨丝绵绵，再听你把琴弹。在这个时候，你不要害怕。在这个时候，天使在身边。在这个时候，爱在苦难中绵延。在这个时候，让绝望烟消云散。盼望那风停，盼望那雨后，春暖花开，再听你把琴弹。再听你把琴弹，再听你把琴弹。
I'm home, I'm coming back home. I've wandered for so long for the first light of sun. Lift me from the troubled ocean, free me from the stillborn prison. Would you guide me on my way? I'm home, I'm coming back home. 不愿再去唱作寂寞这个有你梦我都能被浇熄，不舍得继续沉溺，眷顾我宇宙的你，希望能够为你有情变成佛。My way.
get a different view of what Buddhism is about. It's not just about chanting words that you don't know. In fact, behind all the words that we chant, there are deeper meanings to it, just that now, at my current level, I don't understand, but it's okay. I felt, Buddhism is a very wise religion. Okay, back then I still thought that it was a religion. But now, if you ask me what is my take on Buddhism, before this video gets too draggy, it's not really a religion, but more of an education. So it's not a belief system where you are just told to blindly worship divine figures out there. Logic put aside. No, it's not like that. Join logic with gut feelings and your inner consciousness, and from there you internalize, and it becomes part of your daily life. So I felt Buddhism is really about becoming a better person. Okay, through introspection, through examining yourself, becoming more aware of who you are as a person, your internal struggles, your emotions, challenges in life, obstacles that just keep coming to you time and again. Okay, in summary, it has really changed me into a better person, and I believe that I'm just going to get better as a person if I continue on this path.
To start the day with prayers to the Buddha, the Triple Gems, with a group of fervent Buddhists is such a blessing. I no longer feel helpless that I cannot do anything for my colleagues. I feel energized by the daily prayers. I feel motivated to do my best for my teammates, as fellow colleagues, as a fellow friend, as a fellow human being. To all of you listening to this, wherever you feel helpless, recite the Buddha's names, recite the Bodhisattva's names, pick up the Heart Sutra, give it a try. And I sincerely hope you feel the Triple Gems supporting you just like I'm inside.
I didn't learn Buddhism, I wouldn't know how to self-reflect. It really helps a lot when I'm very angry and then I'm like, okay, I need to sit down, I need to try to collect my thoughts and all. And it really helps me to simmer down as well. Because in Buddhism we learn that whatever happens in life, it's not always someone else's fault, because what happens to me in this life can be because of what I did in the past. I started to incorporate what I learned in my Buddhist classes. Buddhism has really just been this very big support in my life up to now. Another thing about being a Buddhist youth is actually the people I've met in this organization. Like, in the end, I just feel that this group of people that I'm with are the people that really helps me through life as well.
While we had our loving moments, things will always go up every now and then, and all these problems will recur again. We felt really helpless about the situation, and we really wondered how we were going to get through the many years ahead.
We decided to rely on the wisdom of our Dharma teacher. We decided to try two of the concepts that we learned in class, which is number 1, Oma, number 2, self-reflection.
Oma stands for Observe Merits, Appreciate Kindness, and Oma calendar. One where we force ourselves to observe the merits and appreciate the kindness of each other on a daily basis. Something like a thank you note that we write down consciously every day.
It is also true that there's so many requires a conscious active effort of us to practice it. This is the reason why I married him. Several months before we even appreciate the smallest thing about each other. For example, she would let me follow washing the dishes immediately after I eat. And after she comment, precisely like this, I really felt that they did a moment to just to look at the eating like that, and which are false, and I actually hold every step, and not my wife. So, every time I continue to give a temper of intensive, arguments with weaker, and we ended up, arguments really draining for everyone else.
Focusing on the my boyfriend, I turned into a point of improvement for myself. Over time, our nagging got lesser and lesser, we argue lesser, and we move happier. Nowadays, I do not hear comments as nagging. I see it as a concern for me, for the family, and I really appreciate her in this way. When we realize our own solutions do not work in solving our problems, we should rely on the teachings of the wisest and most compassionate, the Buddha.
is where I'll be. 希望能够为你友情变成佛。
我尽管目中如蓝，气质庄严功德海，无着
众生你成功，童真如来尽发身。You have a compassionate heart, which makes you greatly respected. With every step that you take, it's all that it helps my heart. All that you've done for this world gives us hope and lights up our paths. I'm grateful, really thankful to my beloved Buddha. I really, really love you, Buddha. I really, really love you, Buddha. I really, really love you, Buddha. I really, really love you. I really, really love you, Buddha.
Hello everybody, welcome to BW Monastery's Youth Special Program, Mass Prayer Group for July 2021. Did everybody enjoy the video shared earlier? It's amazing how people have bonded over our belief and faith in Buddha and our lineage masters. Classes, voluntary events, pujas and all. These BW Monastery events are all possible because of Buddha, and it's evident that they have always been with us and alongside us in all our journeys through life. Although COVID has happened, this did not stop us in our journey. Life continues on, academics and work have moved online. BW Monastery classes and pujas have also moved online. So let's all have faith and pray that COVID will subside quickly and we can all once again gather at BW Monastery to have classes, pujas and events in person again. Speaking of COVID, this must be hard on everybody. Youths who are still in school, dealing with exams, academic pressures and lack of social interactions must be imposing tremendous stress. Working adults, having to work with potentially longer hours in view of these blurred working lines. So working moms especially, having to juggle work, family and children is definitely no easy task. So let's all give some credit to ourselves to have come this far. Okay. As a Youth Day special, BW Monastery organized this MPG with hopes to help youths to understand how to better face our issues and conquer them. While growing up, I am sure you all face issues such as meeting groups of people who don't seem to like us, people who seem to be jealous of us, people who seem to find us different and all. This troubles us greatly because we don't know how to navigate through different types of relationships, especially if we have to face them on a daily basis. We all want healthy relationships because this has a direct impact on our happiness index. Hence, in today's puja, we will pray for the trinity of virtues: compassion, wisdom, and strength. We have also invited our venerables to do a discourse for us and share with us on how to overcome such issues, not only for ourselves, but also for others too. So let us now invite Venerable Bensi to lead us through the visualization and pre-event recitation.
Hi, good evening everyone. We will now do the pre-lesson recitation. This recitation is done at the beginning of our events and lessons. It consists of taking refuge in the three jewels and then generating the spirit of enlightenment. When we take refuge in the three jewels, it means we will seek guidance from the three jewels in whatever things we do and seek protection from them in whatever difficulties we are facing. But why are the three jewels, the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, worthy to be our refuge? The Buddha is a worthy refuge because he has already perfected the two collections of wisdom and merits. This also means that he has already solved all his problems and he has the solutions to all our problems. And then with his perfect compassion, he will help everyone equally, including you and me. When we take sincere refuge in the Buddha, it also means that we want to follow and put into practice his teachings, the Dharma, to live our daily lives. And when we practice the Buddha's teachings, there is a community of monks and nuns and our fellow practitioners who will accompany us, encourage, and support us. So the three jewels are our true refuge and best refuge during times of uncertainty. Okay, later, after we have taken refuge, we will also generate the spirit of enlightenment. This is to remind us that it's not just ourselves, but all the people around us, all the people in the world who wants happiness and avoid suffering. So whatever that we do, we should also think of their welfare. So we make this aspiration that we want to become as wise and as compassionate as the Buddha, so that we can help all of them effectively. And the way to do that is to rely on the three jewels to develop our wisdom and our compassion, just like the Buddha, okay, so that we can help all living beings. Okay, so now please visualize, okay, the Buddha in front of you. He's very happy to see all of us here today, okay, even though we are all online. He's even happier that we can still persist in our spiritual practices despite all these challenges that we are facing. Okay, so the Buddha smiled compassionately, looking at us, and then he radiated white light to bless all of us. Okay, so let's do the pre-lesson recitation. Okay, so please be focused and then recite sincerely from your heart. Okay, let's recite together. I take refuge in my teacher Shakyamuni Buddha. I take refuge in my teacher Shakyamuni Buddha. I take refuge in my teacher Shakyamuni Buddha. Next slide. Next slide. This is the most supreme, profound, and wonderful teaching. One can hardly catch a glance of it in a trillion kalpas. Now I have learned and I will adhere to them. I pledge to understand the truth discoursed by the Tathagata. I go for refuge until enlightenment to the Buddha, the teachings, and the community. By the merits of listening to the teachings, may I achieve Buddhahood in order to help living beings. I go for refuge until enlightenment to the Buddha, the teaching, and the community. By the merits of listening to the teachings, may I achieve Buddhahood in order to help living beings. I go for refuge until enlightenment to the Buddha, the teachings, and the community. By the merits of listening to the teachings, may I achieve Buddhahood in order to help living beings. Okay, back to you, MC.
Thank you so much, Venerable Bensi. Next, we will be playing a short video to shed light on some of our daily woes before we invite Venerable Jonathan to share with us on how can we overcome our problems with that. Over to you, Venerable Jon. Sorry, play the video for now. Thanks.
I'm home, I'm coming back home. I've wandered for so long for the first time. Lift me from the troubled ocean, free me from the stubborn prison. Would you guide me on my way? I'm home, I'm coming back home. 我愿再去唱，托进我这的手，有你梦我都能被浇熄，不舍得继续沉溺，眷顾我宇宙的你。
希望能够为你有情愿成佛。
I had a different view of what Buddhism is about. It's not just about chanting words that you don't know. In fact, behind all the words that we chant, there are deeper meanings to it. Just that now, at my current level, I don't understand. But it's okay, it's okay. I felt, Buddhism is a very wise religion. Okay, back then I still thought that it was a religion. But now, if you ask me what is my take on Buddhism, before this video gets too draggy, it's not really a religion, but more of an education. So it's not a belief system where you are just told to blindly worship divine figures out there. Logic put aside. No, it's not like that. Join logic with gut feelings and your inner consciousness, and from there you internalize and it becomes part of you, part of your daily life. So I felt Buddhism is really about becoming a better person. Okay, through introspection, through examining yourself, becoming more aware of who you are as a person, your internal struggles, your emotions, challenges in life, obstacles that just keep coming to you time and again. Okay, in summary, it has really changed me into a better person, and I believe that I'm just going to get better as a person if I continue on this path.
To start the day with prayers to the Buddha, the Triple Gems, with a group of fervent Buddhists is such a blessing. I no longer feel helpless that I cannot do anything for my colleagues. I feel energized by the daily prayers. I feel motivated to do my best for my teammates, as fellow colleagues, as a fellow friend, as a fellow human being. To all of you listening to this, wherever you feel helpless, recite the Buddha's names, recite the Bodhisattva's names, pick up the Heart Sutra, give it a try. And I sincerely hope you feel the Triple Gem supporting you just like I was.
I didn't learn Buddhism, I wouldn't know how to self-reflect. It really helps a lot when I'm very angry and then I'm like, okay, I need to sit down, I need to try to collect my thoughts and all. And it really helps me to simmer down as well. Because in Buddhism we learn that whatever happens in life, it's not always someone else's fault, because what happens to me in this life can be because of what I did in the past. I started to incorporate what I learned in my Buddhist classes. Buddhism has really just been this very big support in my life up to now. Another thing about being a Buddhist youth is actually the people I've met in this organization. Like, in the end, I just feel that this group of people that I'm with are the people that really helps me through life as well.
While we had our loving moments, things will always go up every now and then, and all these problems will recur again. We felt really helpless about the situation, and we really wondered how we were going to get through the many years ahead.
We decided to rely on the wisdom of our Dharma teacher. We decided to try two of the concepts that we learned in class, which is number 1, Oma, number 2, self-reflection.
Oma stands for Observe Merits, Appreciate Kindness, and Oma calendar. One where we force ourselves to observe the merits and appreciate the kindness of each other on a daily basis. Something like a thank you note that we write down consciously every day.
It sounds simple, but actually requires a conscious and active effort of us to practice it. Because several months before we even appreciate the smallest thing about each other. For example, she would get me for not washing the dishes immediately after I eat. And after she would comment precisely in Chinese, I would definitely say and appreciate the moment just to make a comment. You think that I have to change any short falls, and I actually told at this day, and not my wife. So every time I continue to think that I'm not arguments with weaker, and we ended up, arguments really draining for everyone else.
Focusing on nagging by my boyfriend, I turned it into a point of improvement for myself. Over time, when nagging got lesser and lesser, we argue lesser and we were both happier. Nowadays, I do not hear comments as nagging. I see it as a concern for me, for the family, and I really appreciate her in this way. When we realize our own solutions do not work in solving our problems, we should rely on the teachings of the wisest and most compassionate, the Buddha.
Thank you, Buddha.
I'm home, I'm coming back home. 不愿再去挣脱进我这个生活，有你梦我都能被浇熄，不舍得继续沉溺，眷顾我宇宙的你。
希望能够为你有情变成佛。
我尽管目中如蓝，几只庄严功德海，无着众生离尘垢，同证如来净法身。You have a compassionate heart, which makes me greatly respected. With every step that you take, it's all that it helps my heart. All that you've done for this world gives us hope and lights up our paths. I'm grateful, really thankful to my beloved Buddha. I really really, really love you, puja.
I love those two videos, but wasn't that very relatable? I think at different stages of our lives, we are very easily troubled by different problems. So how should we go about facing them or dealing with them? So for that, let us now invite Venerable Jonathan to join us for the session.
Thank you. So good evening, everyone. So I have read the list that some of you guys have sent in your problems that you face daily or even in the future. So what is the biggest problem, or what is one of the biggest problems that we will face in our daily lives? So I think it should be the relationship problem. But then when we talk about relationship, we have to talk about communication, because all of us have to communicate with people every single day. So no matter if we are rich, poor, homeless, or billionaire, we have to communicate with people. And I'm sure if we can communicate well, be kind to people, there's a lot of problems in our life can be resolved. So who doesn't want to help someone that is kind and compassionate, right? Alright, so let me introduce you one of the things that we have learned over here. So in order to be a good communicator, we have to be a good listener. And below information will sound easy, but then they are surely not easy to master. Okay, so look at the PowerPoint slides. The 3 vessels. So for the first one is an upside down cup. So what is an upside down cup? As you guys can see from the GIF, Simpsons. So when we are an upside down cup, it's when people talk to us, but we are not listening at all. We are distracted by our thoughts or by external factors. So how do we overcome this? So in order to overcome this, we have to be attentive. If we want people to respect us, we have to respect the other person when they are talking to us. Okay, so next will be the dirty cup. So what is the dirty cup? When we are a dirty cup, we will always have our own thinking, constantly judging the other person based on our past experiences or our mindset, our perspective. So sometimes we will try to finish the sentence of the other person by saying regardless whether it is correct or not. Or when the person is talking, we want to correct their mistakes. So the person will feel very frustrated when they are talking to us. Okay, so how can we improve this? So this is where the concept of listen to react versus listen to respond. So what are the difference between listen to react versus listen to respond? So when we listen to react, we won't think much and we just say things based on our emotion or how we feel. But then if we listen to respond, we'll take time to think. We'll make sure that the advices that we are giving them is useful. But then, of course, please do not wait for 15 minutes to reply your friends. We do not need to take that long. Okay, so for the last, which is the leaking cup or the leaky cup. Okay, so simply saying is left ear in and right ear out. So we cannot retain a lot of information said by the other person. So what will happen? We will then ask the same question again and again. So after the end of 30 minutes conversation, it's like there's no progress and it's just like playing merry-go-round. So how can we change this, or how can we improve? We should try to put our effort in listening, put in all our effort, so that when the person is talking to us, they will feel that we care for them, we support them. Sometimes we don't have to say much. Our presence will help that person feel better. So how can we observe ourselves? We can observe right now, right away. So let us observe ourselves. Do we belong to any of the categories that was mentioned just now? Alright, so let us move on to perspective. Okay, can you see the GIF? Alright, so now let us talk about perspective. We need a lot of conditions and causes for one event to happen. So we shouldn't just pinpoint to just one cause and just feel that that is just how things work. So just now we talked about listening, which is regarding our ears. Now we talk about perspective, or we are using our eyes to look at something. Okay, so can you guys see these 2 jars in front of me? Okay, so this is jar number A, and this is jar number B. Right, so I want to ask you guys something. What is in jar number A? or what is in jar A? It looks transparent, right? I think it should be plain water. No. Okay, so jar A is sugar water. And what is in jar B? Same thing, transparent. Is it plain water or sugar water? No, this is salt water. So, as you guys can see, for something that we can see so clearly, we do not really know what it is. So we judge based on our perspective. When we see something that is transparent, we think that it's plain water. When we see something, okay, so just now I said that jar A is sugar water, right? So the next jar, when I say, what is this? No, you'll think that, oh, maybe it's sugar water, but then it's salt water. And they can be different kind of salt water. Can be sea salt water, can be Himalaya salt water. So there are different things that we cannot see really clearly. So what makes us think that we can be so definite about the things and people we see every day? Okay, now let us look at the other picture. So this is the picture of a human brain. So they are much more complicated than this 2 jar of water. And whenever we meet with difficult people, we'll label them as bad people. But if we label those people as bad people, will this do us any good? What if something happened not according to our way? Or what if something happened that we think that is a failure? Are you so sure that we have failed? Are we so sure? But based on my perspective, it's either we win or we learn. So human mind will always working, and their emotion and thinking will always change. So sometimes we cannot trust our eyes too much. We should always try to be positive and think in a more positive way. No matter good or bad, we don't really know the definite truth yet. So why not just think in a way that will make us feel better? Okay, so for the last part, I would like to share with you guys 2 quotes from one of the lineage master. So for the first quote, if the problem can be solved, why worry? If the problem cannot be solved, worrying will do you no good. So first, what is worrying, or what happens when we are worried? I think both our mental and physical wellness will get affected. You cannot think clearly, and your mind won't be as sharp. And the speed of you doing things will get affected as well. So for the first part of the quote, if the problem can be solved, why worry? Or so if you have, so we have the solution, we should just do it. We have the plan, we have the stage, we have the stages. So we don't have to feel worried about it. And next, if we do not have the solution, worrying will do us no good. And as we know, the disadvantages about worrying, it will affect us negatively. And even if we worry too much, the problem won't get just resolved by itself. So this is why worrying won't be a positive thing for us to do. Okay, so for the next one, what is the next quote? Where would I find enough leather to cover the entire surface of the earth? But with leather so beneath my feet, it is as if the whole world has been covered. So for the first part, where can we find enough leather to cover the entire earth? And even if we have the ability to get enough leather, do we have the ability to cover the whole earth? How long do we need to cover the whole earth? So back to our problem, we always want to change people, change the circumstances, or change the environment. So let us take living beings as an example. We have 7 billion people. So let us exclude all the animals because there are too many of them. And don't laugh because we do get frustrated if an ant calls on to us. Okay, so imagine we can live 100 more years. So for example, if you are 30 years old now, you can live 100 more years. And you can change one person according to your preference every single day. So I think that's very outstanding if you can change one person per day. So at the end of the day, you can only change 36,500 people. And this is far away from our target, which is 7 billion. And I don't think any one of us can live 100 years, 100 more years. And next, with ladders so beneath my feet, it is as if the whole world has been covered. So what does this mean? This means that we can change our thinking and our perspective so we can always be happy. So for me, these teachings help me on expanding my perspective and learning in the monastery. we can be more positive and develop a not to quit attitude. But of course, you can find something that is suitable for you so that you will become a happier person. So now, thank you, the YMPG team, for inviting us to join, and I hope everyone can be well and healthy. So back to you, MC.
Thank you so much, Venerable Jonathan. That was really insightful and inspiring. So I think for myself, I am a licky picker lah. Because sometimes I remember, I hear things, but I forget about them. So I think this happened to a lot of us. To know, to be a good communicator, we should be able to be a good listener first. So thank you so much, Venerable Jonathan. So for the next segment of our event, let's invite Venerable Bensi to lead us through the pujas and an introduction to the Trinity of virtues, compassion, wisdom, and strength. Over to you, Venerable Bensi.
Okay, thank you, Yvonne. Okay, we may have learned a lot of the Buddha's teachings, but I think reality is that when we meet with life challenges, sometimes we are still not able to apply the teachings immediately. Okay, why is this so? It's really because we need practice. Okay, so it's like a primary one student, okay, he needs time, he needs to always be learning before he can actually solve the problems in life when he grows up. Okay, so the same thing for us, when we learn the Buddha's teachings, when we cannot apply it immediately, it doesn't mean that the Buddha's teaching is not effective. It's really because we are not skilled. We are not skillful in applying the Buddha's teachings. So the ultimate solution is really to keep on learning, keep on practicing. But in the meantime, okay, when we meet with life challenges, what can we do? We have to take refuge in the three jewels. We have to seek help from the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas. Okay, so the first Bodhisattva that we are going to seek help from, okay, is Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva. Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva, or 大悲观世音菩萨, as he's popularly known in Chinese. Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva represents the perfect compassion of the Buddha. Okay, so he will help anyone who supplicate to him for help whenever you are having suffering. Okay, you can seek his help and he will help you. So the name Avalokiteshvara, or 观世音, actually means one who hears the cries of the world. In the Lotus Sutra, the Buddha was asked, why is Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara called one who hears the cries of the world? The Buddha replied that if innumerable hundreds of thousands of millions of sentient beings who experience suffering hear of Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva and wholeheartedly chant his name, Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara will immediately perceive their cries and free them from their suffering. Okay. 观世音菩萨 Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva will also take on any form that is most suitable to help sentient beings. And in China, he commonly takes on the form of a motherly figure. In Tibet, he is viewed as the protector of Tibet and the Buddha's teachings. So he commonly takes on the form of kings, emperors, lineage masters, and Dharma protectors. Bodhisattva Avalokiteshvara is also known as the giver of fearlessness because he bestows fearlessness in times of fearful calamities. Okay, so just now I mentioned about innumerable hundreds of thousands of sentient beings who cry out to Guanxin Pusa for help. Okay, so these sentient beings will include you and me. Okay, so whenever you are afraid and fearful, okay, whenever you are in danger, whether is it from humans, non-humans, from natural disasters, from illness, Okay, or whenever your afflictions are very strong, when you are very angry, when you are very greedy, okay, you can seek the help of Guan Yin Pusa, okay, by chanting his name or chanting his mantra. Okay, so his heart mantra is Om Mani Padme Hum. So this is what we will do now. Okay, so yeah, visualize. Okay, so please visualize Guan Yin Pusa looking at us very compassionately from the vase she's holding. Okay, she radiates white light in the form of nectar. This white nectar light enters through the crown of your head, filling up your entire body with this white nectar light, clearing away all your suffering, clearing away all your afflictions, clearing away all your negative karma, which flows out of your body through your legs as dirty water. Okay, now you can take a few moments, okay, to supplicate to Guan Yin Pusa. Okay, if you are facing any difficulties in life, any problems, any sickness, okay, you can seek his help. Okay, and then at the same time, make a strong aspiration that you will want to continue to learn from Guan Yin Pusa to become as compassionate as her, even after your problems are over. Okay, so let us now recite the mantra together. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Okay, so you can recite this mantra, okay, and then seek the help of Guan Yin Pusa whenever you face difficulties in life. Okay, next, we are going to seek blessings from Manjushri Bodhisattva. Manjushri Bodhisattva represents the perfect wisdom of the Buddhas. Okay, so we want to seek his help to guide us to develop our wisdom. Why is it important to have wisdom? With wisdom, not only will we be able to do well in our studies and our career, we will also be able to make the correct decisions in life to bring happiness and avoid suffering to ourselves and others. In particular, we want to seek the wisdom of the Buddhas and become as wise as Manjushri Bodhisattva, because it is only by attaining the perfection of wisdom that we will be able to liberate not only ourselves from the cycle of birth and death, which is the basic problem of suffering. Okay, since all good things in life will end at death. Okay, so if we don't solve this problem of cyclic existence, we will continue to suffer. Okay, so not only we want to liberate ourselves, okay, but we also want to be able to help all living beings, including our loved ones, to end this cycle of birth and death. Okay, and then for that, we need to attain the perfection of wisdom, or the wisdom of the Buddhas. So later, as we recite the Manjushri mantra, Om Arapajanati, you can seek the blessings of Manjushri Bodhisattva to attain 7 types of wisdom: extensive, clear, quick, profound, the ability to teach the correct teachings, okay, the wisdom in debating, and wisdom in composition. These 7 types of wisdom encompasses all the wisdom to enable us to do well in our lives, as well as to seek the wisdom of the Buddha. Okay, so let's do the visualization. Okay, so visualize Manjushri Bodhisattva in front of you. Okay, so he's smiling at you compassionately. He's very happy to see you, wanting to improve yourself. Manjushri Bodhisattva radiate golden orange light. Okay, this golden orange light enters through the crown of your head, filling up your entire body with this golden orange light. Okay, so now visualize this light radiating through the pores of your body towards the 10 directions, reaching out to all the Buddhas of the 10 directions. Now this light returns back to your body with the wisdom of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions and then absorb into you. Okay, so let's recite the Manjushri mantra. Om Arapajanati, 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 Om Arapajanati. You can recite this mantra regularly and then for a long duration. Okay, so it's not just reciting it once or twice, okay, but for years and years. And if you have great faith in the Buddhas and Manjushri Bodhisattva, you will definitely find your wisdom increasing. Okay, so now the third Bodhisattva that we are going to supplicate to is Vajrasattva Bodhisattva. Okay, this Bodhisattva, the mantra of this Bodhisattva is very powerful in clearing away negative karma and obstacles. So it can be chanted prior to undertaking a new task you want to accomplish or starting out on the journey of spiritual enlightenment. Vajrasattva Bodhisattva has made this vow. Okay, if there are any sentient beings who have already committed the 5 sins of unrelenting retribution, or who have broken their precepts, or as long as they hear my name, meditate on me, recite my mantra, all these sins and obstacles will be purified completely. If this vow is not fulfilled, I will not achieve Buddhahood. Okay, so this mantra is a very powerful means to purify your negative karma and is actually also known for its healing power. Okay, so whenever you find you having obstacles or you need to undertake an important task, you can chant this mantra and then supplicate to Vajrasattva Bodhisattva for blessings. Okay, so let's recite this mantra together. Om Vajrasattva Hum, 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 Om Vajrasattva Hum. Okay, so that's the chanting session. Okay, so back to Yvonne.
Thank you so much, Venerable Bensi. So for the next session, we will be sharing with you a song closer to you. When the composer composed this song, she composed this with hopes that this song brings to her prayers for herself and all sentient beings, that regardless of good times or bad times, we will remember that we are not alone, helpless, or aimless. For the Buddha, who is free of all fears, is skilled in the means of freeing others from fear. He has great impartial compassion for everyone and acts for everyone's welfare regardless of whether or not they have benefited him. He is our friend, our protector, and our worthy refuge. So let us now visualize the Buddha while we listen to the song. Watch my heart, hear my prayer, guide my every step to be closer to you. Watch my heart, hear my prayer, guide my every step to be closer to you. Day by day I breathe and live each day. There are times I feel I've lost my way. In those times I think of you, Buddha, my light, my eternal refuge. Watch my heart, hear my prayer, guide my every step to be closer to you. Watch my heart, hear my prayer, guide my every step to be closer to you. Guide my every step to be closer to you. Guide my every step to be closer to you. Thank you. I love that song. So what have we all learned today? So I think we know that we all have a lot of relationships every day we have to juggle. And in order to juggle these relationships well, we have to have good communication skills. And before we have good communication skills, how do we even do that? We need to learn how to be a good listener. So we have to listen. It's whether you listen to react or you listen to respond. So of course, if you listen to react, it is more of how you feel rather than how they feel. But if you listen to respond, this is to make sure the thing that we say is useful. Because sometimes what they hope is just for us to listen to them. So listening, when paired with seeing, which is a perspective of what you are doing or seeing things, this is most often based on our perspective when we look at things. So like the two jars Venerable Jonathan showed us just now, if we cannot tell the two jars of sugar and salt water apart just now when we see it physically, how can we even tell what is in a human's mind? So always assume good intent and to take refuge. See, now we know the mantra for compassion, the mantra for wisdom, and also the mantra for clearing obstacles. So thank you all today for being with us this evening. We have now reached the end of our MPG session. Let us now invite Venerable Bensi to lead us through the merit dedication session.
Okay, so please remain focused. Okay, so first we are going to send our best wishes to the people around us. Okay, so please think of your loved ones, okay, your parents, your spouse, your family members, your colleagues, your good friends, okay, even those people that you don't like. Okay, we want to send our most sincere best wishes to them. Okay, may all of us and our family members have good health, long life, smooth career, and good results. May all students who are taking the exams be strong, their memories be sharp, their nerves be calm, and be able to go through the exams smoothly and excel academically. May we and our family, friends, community, and country live harmoniously. May the country be prosperous and strong. May there be peace in the world. May the sick be quickly cured of their illness and recover their health. May all sentient beings be free of suffering, obtain all happiness, and be able to become as wise and as compassionate as the Buddha quickly. Okay, please take a few moments to do your own dedication and to send your wishes. Okay, so now let us recite the dedication verse together. May these profound merits and virtues be dedicated to all sentient beings. May we eliminate all karmic obstacles, and together may we attain the state of Buddhahood. May the lives of the venerable spiritual masters be stable, and their wide divine actions spread in the 10 directions. May the light of Lobsang's teaching, dispelling the darkness of the beings in the 3 worlds, always stay. Okay, thank you. Back to Yvonne.
Thank you so much, Venerable Bensi. And thank you all so much today for joining us. And be sure to join us for our next monthly MPG next month. Goodbye, good night, and have a great week ahead. Thank you.